So very good evening, my dear children. If my voice is audible, can you please give me a thumbs up? Wonderful. So, my dear children, in the previous class, we had solved till 20th question of this paper. So, in this class, we'll be continuing from 21st. So, the 21st question is what should be added to this particular mixed fraction, that is 1 and 3/5, to get another mixed fraction, that is 3 and 2/7. So the first step is to convert this mixed fraction into simple fraction. Let's do that first.
Okay.
21st.
Excuse me, sir, I had a few doubts related to the past question papers. So, sir, when can I be able to ask you them?
In past question papers, you have doubt. May I know which question papers are they? Which year?
Sir,
Yeah.
past question papers, the book which was given to us.
Okay, that doubt. Okay, okay. So I think Ajinkya sir is going to place a lecture for that. So let me just drop a message to Ajinkya sir and just get a confirmation from him. Okay, then I'll get
Okay, sir.
back to you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Just a minute. I'm just dropping a message. So I've just dropped a message. But as far as I know, I think he's planning for a doubt solving class. But anyway, I'll let you know if I get a reply from him. So 1 and
Okay,
3/5
sir.
is
Thank you.
basically, yeah, sure, welcome. Uh, 1 and 3/5 is basically 5 plus 3, that is 8 upon 5. And 3 and then 2/7 is basically 3 into 7, 21 plus 2 is 23 upon 7. So, what should be added? Let me consider that x is supposed to be added. So, basically 8 upon 5 plus x should give me 23 upon 7. So, this is the whole question. So, what is x? So, x will be equal to 23 upon 7 minus 8 upon 5. In this case, when I take LCM, I have to get the denominators common. So, in this case, I multiply 5 over here. This will give me 1, 5 minus 8 into 7 is 56 divided by 35. 7 into 5 is 35. So this should give me 50 अगर गया तो 60, 59. 59 upon 35. Now, obviously, in the options, I don't have 59 upon 35, but I do have some mixed fraction with 35 in the denominator. So I'll do one thing. I'll just split this number. So let me split. So this can be splitted as, just a minute, last page. This can be splitted as 35 plus 35, then 124. 24 upon 35. So let me split the denominator as well. So that will give me 35 upon 35 plus 24 upon 35. 35 upon 35 is 1, and then I have another 24 upon 35, which means option 4 is my correct answer. Proceeding further to the 22nd question, 12 men can dig a well in 8 days. After 3 days of work, the contractor asks three more men to join to dig in well. How many days was the work? In how many days was the work completed? So, uh, 12 men are digging a well in 8 days. So, one man can dig the whole well in, let's say, 8 into 12, that is 96 days. One man will take this many, what do we say, days to complete the work. So, in one day, one man can complete how many work in one day? One man can complete. So this 1 upon 98 it becomes 1 upon 96 it becomes 1 upon 96 part of the work. So this is the fraction of work which one man is going to complete in one day. Okay, ठीक. I'm so sorry. So now 3 days are over. In 3 days, one man could cover how much? Obviously, how much ever one man could cover multiplied by three will be covered by three men. As simple as that. So when I saw this, three ones are three equals and three 32s are 96 it is. Basically, three threes are nine and three twos are six it is. So 1 by 32 is the fraction which is covered in 3 days by one man. Okay, 3 days in for days I'll do one thing. I'll write D by one man. Now, let's find in the question they have said after 3 days of work. For 3 days, how many people were working? 12 people were working. So, in 3 days, 12 men when they are working. Okay, obviously, one man के वजह से how much ever the part of work was completed when 12 men are working, obviously multiplied by 12 will be completed. So, let's say in fours table, four threes are and four eights are. So, 3 by 8 of the work is completed so far. In 3 days, like after 3 days by 12 men. So, how much is leftover work? So, leftover work is obviously total work is 1 minus 3 by 8. That is 5 upon 8 of the work is left to complete. Okay, take it. 5 by 8 is left. 3 days are over. So, now we have to find if they like the contractor has increased the men by three more. So I know that one man can do 1 by 96 of work in one day. Okay. Now, one man can do this much of work. I already had 12 men. Now I'm adding three more, which means 12 plus 3, total 15 men I have now. So 15 men if I have, how many days? Let me consider X days. In X days, 15 men can do how many, like how much of work? One man is doing how much? 1 by 96 of work. Now there are 15 men. I'll write multiplied by 15. I'm giving them X days multiplied by X. So from here, I will be able to find, I'm so sorry, the value of X. Now this much, like this fraction of people are going to, work to complete 5 by 8 of the work. So my equation goes like this. 5 by 8 is equal to 15 multiplied by x upon 96. This will be my equation. That means x will be equal to, I'll take 96 to the other side, multiplied by 5 divided by 8 multiplied by 15. Now I know that this is 8 12s are x it is, sorry, 96 it is. 5 ones are 5, 5 threes are 15 it is. So I get the fraction to be 12 by 3. 12 by 3 is nothing but 4. So how much additional days did the contractor require to complete the work? 4 days. then how much will be the total number of days? Already 3 days were over. So the total number of days will be 3 days plus additional x days. In this case, I found the value of x to be 4. That will give me total 7 days. So 7 is my correct answer. Yes, yes, Harthi, you're absolutely correct.
Sir, could you explain the 21st question again?
21st, which means the previous question. Yes. First, let me just wait for the children to come to me with any doubt in 20 second question. Because ये erase करने के बाद then again writing so many things will be difficult for me. So I'll wait. So किसी को, if anyone is having any doubt in 20 second question, please ask right away. Because after erasing everything, then writing again everything will be difficult for me. For example, in the 21st question, it will be difficult for me to explain that question once again because I've erased everything. I have to write everything once again. So for every question, after the question, when I'm waiting for a few seconds, you please ask your doubt that time itself. That will save our time. Otherwise, we'll be wasting a lot of time writing again and again.
Sir, I have a doubt.
I'm sorry, my dear child. I could not hear you properly. There was some network issues. Can you please say it again?
Sir, sir, I have a doubt.
In which question? 20 second, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please tell me what's your doubt. Do you have a specific doubt?
Yes, sir. Sir, first one, you wrote as 196 one more, and
I'm
you
so sorry, my dear child. Your voice is really cracking. Your voice is cracking so bad that I'm not able to understand what you're trying to say. Um, I'll do one thing. I'm not sure what your doubt is, so I'll do one thing. I'll do the explanation once again, okay, for this particular question. So in this question, they have said there are 12 men. They can complete a work in 8 days. So one man, obviously, if 12 men are completing the work in 8 days, one man will require 8 multiplied by 12, 96 days to complete the same amount of work. So in one day, the work done by one man will be 1 upon 96, which means in 3 days. Why did I consider 3 days? Because after 3 days, there are some changes which has been occurred. So in 3 days, the work completed by one man will be whatever fraction we have multiplied by 3. In this case, we got 1 by 96 multiplied by 3, that is 1 by 32. Now I'm going to consider for 12 men because in the data they have given for 12. So in 3 days, the work completed by 12 men is basically whatever fraction we have got for one man multiplied by 12. In this case, 1 by 32 multiplied by 12, I've got 3 by 8. So this much amount of work is over. This work is over in 3 days. So for the remaining days, the contractor has added three more laborers or three more men, which means the 12 men ratio has been changed to 15 men for the remaining days. So let me find how much work is remaining. So the leftover work is basically, it's always one. The total work is always one. 1 minus 3 by 8. 3 by 8 is the work which has been already been covered or completed in 3 days. 1 minus 3 by 8, I get 5 by 8. So in X days, and let me consider X days are to be required by by these 15 men to complete the work. So the work done by one man is 1 by 96. When I consider 15 men, I'll multiply it by 15. When I consider X number of days, I'll multiply it by X. So this is the amount of work which is going to be completed in X number of days. So in this case, we have to complete 5 by 8 of work in X number of days. So hence I've equated 5 by 8 and the other side, that is 1 by 96 multiplied by 15 multiplied by X. In this case, X will be equal to, I take 96 to the other side, it becomes multiplication. I take 15 to the other side, it becomes division. I cancel the numbers, I get the answer X equal to 4 days. So 4 additional days, 3 days already ho gaya. 4 additional days are to be required to complete the work, which means the total number of days required is 7. Hence your answer is 7. Since I've explained this twice, I'm proceeding further. But before proceeding, I'll solve question number 21 once again. So, dear children, what number to be added? Let me consider that number to be x. So, this 1 and 3 by 5 can be written as 8 by 5. I'm just writing it directly. Detailed solving, you can find it in the recording. Okay. 3 then 2 by 7 is going to be 23 by 7. So, what is to be added? Whatever is to be added is basically the difference between them. That is 23 by 7 minus 8 by 5. When I take LCM, I get 115 minus 56 upon 35. So that gives me 59 divided by 35, which can be written as 1 and 24 divided by 35. Hence, your answer is 1 and 24 divided by 35.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Let's go for 23rd problem. Which of the following is the smallest? So let's try to find the smallest. So fourth root and all are going to be complicated. So I'll do one thing. I'll write this as fourth root can be written as raised to 1 by 4. 16 can be written as 2 raised to 4. And already, uske upar I have raised to 1 by 4. Cancellation 4 and 4. I am left with 2. So this value is, Arav, I hear disturbance from your background. Can you please mute yourself? Yeah, thank you. So here 32 raised to its fifth root means 1 by 5. Fourth root means 1 by 4. Fifth root means 1 by 5. And 32 itself is equal to 2 raised to 5. And I have raised to 1 by 5, which means multiplied by 1 by 5. 5 and 5 gets cancelled. I'm left with 2 raised to 1. Over here also I'm left with 2 raised to 1. So this is also 2 raised to 1. This is also 2 raised to 1. And similarly, the other number can also be calculated as 2 raised to 1 only. I'll just do the calculation quickly. So cube root is 1 by 3. That gives me 2 raised to 3 multiplied by 1 by 3. 3 and 3 gets cancelled. I'll be left with 2 raised to 1. So this is also 2. So all the numbers are 2. And what is root 3? Obviously, root 3 is less than root 4. Root 4 is what? Root 4 is equal to 2. Root 3 is less than 2. Even if you don't know what is the value of root 3, but you know one thing that root 3 is definitely less than 2. Therefore, I can say that this is the smallest number. And for those who would like to know the value of root 3, you can simply by heart it as 1.732. This is the value of root 3. Even if you don't by heart, with the help of this particular logic, you can easily understand that root 3 is less than 2. Okay, proceeding further. 24th question. The LCM of two numbers is 225. HCF is 5. One of the number is 25. Then the other number is how much? Let me consider the other number as x. So LCM multiplied by HCF is equal to, let's say, first number multiplied by the second number. In this case, second number I've considered as x. So LCM is 225 multiplied by HCF is 5. The first number is 25 multiplied by x. So that means x is gonna be. So I'll do one thing from this 225. Also, I'll write 225 as 45 multiplied by 5. Multiplied by again I have 5. I'll take this 25 to the other side divided by 25. 5 multiplied by 5 gets cancelled with 25. I am left with x equal to 45. That's my answer. And dear children, I got a reply from Ajinkya sir. Ajinkya sir says, whatever doubt you have, you post them on the WhatsApp group.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's go for the next question, dear children. That is question number 25. In India-Australia one-day match, due to rain, India needed 324 runs in 48 overs. In the first 10 overs, the average scoring was 6. Obviously, 6 is what? 6 per over, which means in the first 10 over, the total scored, I'll say sum of first 10 over, I'll write it as S1. It's basically 10 multiplied by 6, that is 60. That is the total score which has been scored in the first 10 overs. And the next 10 overs, this rate has increased to 8.5. So the next 10 overs, it will be 10 multiplied by 8.5. That will give you 85. Then goes for the next 10 overs, the rate has declined to 5.5. So 10 multiplied by 5.5 gives you 55 as the total score. Then in the next 10 overs, it has rose again to 7. So 10 multiplied by 7, 70 runs. So far, this is the total run which India has scored after 40 overs. So after 40 overs, the total score is, I'll say 0, 5 plus 5, 0, 1 carry, 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 8 is 15, 15 plus 5 is 20, 20 plus 7 is 27. So 270 India has scored so far. Now, to win, India will require to score the remaining run. So leftover score is 324 minus 270. That gives you 30 plus 24 is 54. So 54 runs India will need. In how many overs? 8 overs. So the rate which India will require is 54 divided by 8. 54 divided by 8 is 6.75. So how to identify um, uh, in decimal? See, you have either 7 or 7.75 or 6.75 or 8.25. So in this case, one thing is clear. This 54 is basically 48 plus 6. And 8, 6 are 48 it is. So your answer is basically 6 and then additional 6 by 8. So 6 and then additional 6 by 8. So it is definitely 6 point something. So answer में जो भी 6 point something है उसको tick कर देना. That's your answer. Otherwise, you can simply solve 6 by 8 and find how much is the decimal fraction.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, for India to win, sir, won't it need 55 runs?
No. In the question, they have clearly said India needed 324 only, which means the opponent has scored 323.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, how did you get 54 by 8?
Okay, I'll tell you. They have in 40 overs they have scored 270 runs, but they were supposed to score 324. So the leftover runs to score is basically 54 runs. And how many overs are left? Out of 48 overs, 40 overs are already over. So 48 minus 40 is 8. So the rate is basically
Okay,
runs
sir.
upon over. Yeah,
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
yeah, sure. Fair enough. Going to the next question. In a library, the ratio of the mathematics books that to that of the science book was 4 is to 3. The total number of mathematics books was 1248. When some more mathematics books were bought, the ratio became 5 is to 3. Initially 4 is to 3, then now it is 5 is to 3. Find the number of mathematics books bought. So quite simple. So the ratio of math upon science was 4 by 3. Now, the math value they have already given us, it is 1248 upon science is equal to 4 by 3. That means science books are 1, 2, 4, 8 multiplied by 3 divided by 4. So when I divide them, 12, 3s are 48, 12s are. So 312 is basically the cancellation of these two numbers. So this is the, I'm so sorry, science book ka count, that is 936. Okay. Now they have said that they have bought some more. Let me say that some more books is basically X. So the new value is M plus X, the new value of math books. But the science books remain same. Same. The ratio has become 5 upon 3 now. Instead of it becoming 4 upon 3, now it has become 5 upon 3. I'm so sorry. Just a minute. So sorry. Just a minute. Now, in this case, even though we have found, well, obviously we can solve. I'll tell you the standard method, and I'll give you one shortcut as well. Okay. So the standard method is basically substitute the value of m. M's value is 1, 2, 4, 8 plus x. Then I take this 3 to this side. It become multiplied by 3 and then divided by 5. That gives me the, and the signs value is also aware, right? I'll put 5 over here only. Multiplied by science ka value is how much? 936. So you solve this and then find the value of x, whatever it is. This is one method. Now I'll give you one more method. Okay. So I believe the first method is very clear. Like in the first step, I found the value of science and I substituted the value of science, math, and everything over here, and then I will solve this equation to get the x's value. It's very simple. I take 3 down, I do cancellations. Do you want me to solve? If you want, I'll solve it and show you. Do you want? Okay, silence means it's a confused state. I'll do one thing. I'll solve. No worries. It's basically 5 multiplied by 936 upon 3. So when I cancel this, I will get 312 over here. And 5 multiplied by 312 should be 1560 on the side. And x will be equal to 1248 को minus करूंगा 1560 minus 1248, that will give me the value of x to be 312. This is one method to solve. I believe this much is clear. If this is clear, I'll explain another method to solve this. I'm just waiting for a few seconds so that if anyone is having a doubt, they can ask. If no doubt, don't have to say anything. I'll proceed further after a few seconds.
You can continue, sir.
Wonderful.
Sir, what is the meaning of an S over here?
S means the number of science books.
And M means the number of math books, right?
Math books. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Okay, proceeding further. Now I'll give you another method. Over here. So till now, everything is same. Now, if you observe, initially the ratio was 4 by 3, then the ratio is 5 by 3. The difference between 4 by 3 and 5 by 3 is basically 1 by 3. So what they're asking is also difference. They have asked ki kitna add kiya. Obviously, they are asking the difference only. So all you have to do is find how much is 1 by 3. That's it. Khatam baat. Okay. So that means if this 1248, if this is 4 by 3, then find 1248 divided by 4 multiplied by s is already there. Okay. So if I take 4 to the other side, I am left with 1 by 3. Now, simple logic, find how much is 1 by 3. What is the corresponding value of math when it is 1 by 3? So when I cancel this, I will get 312. So 312 upon s is equal to 1 by 3. So at 1 by 3, the value of math is 312. Hence, the difference is 312. So that's it. So this was a simple technique. I repeat the simple technique. The difference between the ratios are 4 by 3 or 4 by 3 and 5 by 3 is basically 1 by 3. So all we have to do is find how much is the math value when the ratio is 1 by 3. As simple as that. So that's what I've done over here. I just found the math value when the ratio is 1 by 3. So I don't care how much is science value.
Sir, our option is directly we divide 1248 by 4 because that will give
Absolutely.
us the value of x. And
Absolutely.
since yeah, so sir, that is another method through which we might be able to solve this one.
Yes, sure. Now let's proceed to the next question. Alok invested a certain sum of money in a simple interest. So I'll call that money as P. Simple interest bond whose value grew to 300 in 3 years. So I'm not sure how much is the interest by looking at this statement, but they have said, and it has grew to 400. So the total value has grew to 400 at the end of another 5 years. So 5 साल में कितना interest मिला? Simple interest he got was 100 in 5 years. So all I have to do is find the rate of interest. So sorry. So 105 years. So simple interest in 1 year is 100 divided by 5. So that means 20 rupees is the simple interest in 1 year. So if at the end of 3 years, this guy has a total of 300, which is having principal plus simple interest, right? So how much is the simple interest for 1 year? 20, which means for 3 years, the simple interest will be how much? 60. As simple as that. Now the principal will be how much? It will be 300 minus whatever the interest is, that is 60. So the total principal is how much? 240. Now it is very easy to find the rate of interest because the simple interest formula is PRT upon 100. Simple interest for 1 year is 20. The principal is 240 multiplied by R we have to find. Multiplied by year we have considered 1 because simple interest when I enter 20, I have considered only 1 year's interest. So instead of T, I will write 1. Then divided by 100. So let me do the cancellations in this case. By the way, I hope you know that equal to के दोनों तरफ if you have in the numerator, you can directly cancel them. If you don't know, just get like I'm telling you now. This is possible. This is just like division only. So 21s are 20 12s are it is. So I shall get R is equal to 100 divided by 12. 100 divided by 12, I'm directly writing the answer. It is 8.33 percentage. The technique to know is basically you can say that 96 divided by 12 is exactly equal to 8. So since 100 is greater than 96, my answer will also be greater than 8 percentage. Hence we can go for this option. So this is one technique. Yes, Sneha, tell me.
Sir, here it is written that value grew to 300 at the end of 3 years, means 300 at
Precisely.
principal and interest, and to 400 at the end of 5 years, means after three
No, no,
years
no.
it came to
Can you please read the
400.
question again, my dear
Means
child? It
simple
is
interest will be of 2 years 100, right?
Sneha. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, Sneha. So, Sneha, please read the question once again. It is 400 at the end of another 5 year. It's not end of 5 year. Another means जो है वो तो है ही उसके अलावा additional. Another means plus. So 3 plus 5 total 8 years के बाद this is 400. I hope you understand.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, our time is going to end. Let's do one thing. Let's exit the meeting and join again.